What's up, guys? This is your boy Jalen here on another episode of Elevated Minds. Today's episode is going to be called The Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. We're going to talk about the differences between the two and what makes them complement each other and the imbalances that we have today in today's society. This is going to be a two-part series. I'm going to do men first. So in this episode, we're going to talk about what makes a man unattractive and what makes a man not in his masculine. What makes him oppose a woman? What turns a woman off? We've got the top 10 things here. We're going to go over this list that stuck out to me. These are things from an actual very feminine woman, and I'm going to go over all the 10 things that I found from that list that I think men really need to work on. Because the thing is, a lot of us men, we might be in our masculine, but in order to attract a feminine woman, you have to be in your masculine. That's just the way it has to be. And I feel like there's a lot of imbalances in today's society. We got a lot of feminine men, we have a lot of masculine women, and these feminine guys want a feminine woman, but you're gonna turn her off because you're being too feminine. And then the masculine women, you're going to turn off masculine men because they want feminine women. And so what we're going to talk about are things that us guys first. This episode we're going to talk about the guys. The next episode we're going to talk about the women, and what you guys can do to be in your divine feminine and how we can complement each other. But in this episode we're going to talk about the 10 things that I find that guys need to work on if you want to be in your divine masculine and you want to also attract someone that's in their divine feminine. Because one thing that we have to realize as men and as women, if you are a masculine man in your divine feminine, you're walking in your divine masculine, the woman that who's in your vicinity will automatically go into her divine feminine because she feels safe, she feels open to do that. That's what divine masculine does. It allows the divine feminine to just flourish in its energy, and it's a very powerful energy. They're both two very powerful energies, but we're going to get into that later. Let's go on and dive into this episode. If this is your first time on the channel, hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on my socials. All that stuff's going to be down below in the description box, and let's go on and dive into this episode. So first off, what is divine masculine? So the divine masculine is going to be, we're very goal driven. We're success creatures. We need to be in our purpose, or towards some type of purpose. That's what men have. We have a drive by nature. We're protectors. When you're in your divine masculine, you're confident in yourself. You're cool, calm, collected. You're still yourself. Some people are hyper. I'm not saying you can't be hyper, but I'm saying you're cool, calm, collected. You're confident in yourself. You protect others that you care about. You're not going to let anything happen to the people around you that you say that you love, whether it be your woman, cousins, family, friends, whatever. When you're in your divine masculine, people feel that. That's the energy that people feel, and they gravitate towards that. And you show really great leadership. That's what being in your divine masculine is. And when you're in your divine masculine, things just kind of flow around it, that energy. Feminine energy flows around that. In a guy that's really healed from his wounds can really be in that energy, and it's a really powerful thing. So guys, I'm gonna really implore you to pay attention on this episode. This one's for you. I'm gonna dive into the women next, but right now I gotta dive into us. So these are 10 things here that we gotta work on as men to be in your divine masculine. Number one, we got lack of leadership. So for one, guys, a woman has to be directed. She has to be led. Why would a woman want to submit to a man that has no leadership and has no vision? Someone that's in their divine masculine, they know where they're going, they know their direction, they know where they're trying to, what they're trying to do in life. And so no woman can respect a man that can't do that, or that doesn't have that vision, okay? So in other words, we need to make sure that we have leadership skills. Show that you know how to, show where you're going. You know what you're doing as a man. And that's probably one of the most unattractive things, is a guy that's trying to get with a woman in her divine feminine. She's trying to be in that, and she can't, because this guy over here doesn't know where he's going. She can't follow where she doesn't even know where the leader's going. How do I know you're not going to lead us to get killed or something? You're going to lead us into financial deprivation. You know what I'm saying? She has to trust that you know what you're doing. And when she can trust you, then she's going to submit to that. So that's something that all of us need to work on, guys. If you have poor leadership skills, you can do a lot of things to learn about leadership. That's the thing about elevating ourselves. That's what this channel is about, becoming your best self. And if you don't know how to be a leader, then learn how to be a leader. It's as simple as that. People, tell me I have really good leadership skills. I'm like, well, it didn't just come overnight. I had to learn. I didn't always know where I was going. I didn't always know how to inspire people and things like that. I didn't really always know what my purpose was, so I had to learn what that was. I took classes in college. I learned, and the best thing is, if you can't afford to go to college, you got YouTube. You can go on YouTube and learn whatever you need to learn in life. If you need to, brush up on some skills, you got videos that you can watch and things like that, books you can read. So there's no excuses, guys. If you're a poor leader, learn how to be a better one. And I think you're going to see women respond to you better, and not just women, but people in general. All right. For number 2, we got lack of accountability, victim mentality. Guys, if you are a man and you're trying to become your best self, and you want to walk in your divine masculine, you need to get out of the mentality of being a victim. Oh, woe is me. Oh, life just always has it out for me. Oh, I would do this, but this always happens. It's like, man, no one cares about that. I'm sorry, but no one cares about that. And no woman is going to want to submit to a man that's in a victim mentality. And no one's going to want to be around you in general if you have a victim mentality, because it's really saddening. It's like no one wants to be around that. Like, you just complain all the time and blame everyone but yourself for where you are in your life. You have to take responsibility. And I know it's hard. I know life gets rough. Things do happen, that are out of our control. But when you can learn that, when you're in your divine masculine, you learn that you can control what you can control, and what you can't control, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to let it go. So the lesson on this one is really learn how to take accountability for your actions, guys. Everything that you achieve or where you're at in your life is because of decisions you've made, and having to take accountability for it is essential. You have to take accountability for it, and you're going to understand when you start to do that, start to take accountability for these things, you're going to feel that power. You're going to feel, I do have control over my life. Outside of the external things that I can't control, this is what I can control. And so that's something we got to do better on, guys. We need to do that if we're trying to walk into your masculine, divine energy. All right. So number 3, low self-care. Guys, if you are a man, I don't care if, you're a lazy guy or whatever, you need to be having self-care. You need to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you're going out, make sure that you've brushed your teeth. Make sure that you've brushed your hair. Comb your beard if you got one. Make sure that, you don't got stuff all up under your nails. I mean, if you're a mechanic, it just kind of be like that, I guess. But, you know what I'm saying? Be kind of presentable, you know what I'm saying? Take a shower. Don't go 2 days without showering and stuff like that. Have some care, smell good. Put some cologne on. Make sure you get up under them underarms. Put some deodorant on. Have a scent. You don't have to dress crazy or nothing, but, dress decent. So, when you go outside and go to the store, or you can just go out with some friends, put something decent on. You don't gotta be a 3-piece suit, but just look presentable. And I feel women are gonna notice that. The world's gonna notice that. People treat you better and differently when they notice that you're a person that has high self-care. Because why wouldn't I want to be around someone that loves himself? If someone that loves himself, they're gonna show that love to other people, and that's a really good energy to be around. So guys, I don't want to step on anybody's toes or nothing like that. Don't get me wrong here. Don't turn off the video because I might have stepped on your toes. But let's make sure that we're grooming ourselves. Let's make sure that you can do something nice for yourself here and there. Buy yourself something nice for having a hard week and getting through it. Guys, exercise. Go to the gym. run, do something, anything, any type of, basketball, do something. And I guarantee you, you're gonna start to feel better, you're gonna start to look better, and that's a form of self-care. Exercising and showing your body, giving your body what it needs, rest, good foods, balanced diet. These are all forms of self-care. If we're not doing any of these things, it's going to show, it's going to reflect, and people are going to see that. And most of all, women are going to see that, guys. So it's going to really, if you're wanting to be in your divine masculine, that's, being your best self. And that means showing up as your best self. So like I said, I'm not saying you got to dress up in a 3-piece suit, but you got to, be at least kind of presentable. You know what I'm saying? I like to look nice when I go out, not crazy, but you know what I'm saying? These are forms of self-care, okay? Next, we got impatience. So, guys, there's nothing attractive about being impatient. The guy that's honking the horn, come on, hurry up. Like, no one wants to be around that guy. A guy that's walking in his divine masculine is going to understand that some things take time, and most importantly, good things do take time. And so you got to understand that there's no rush for some, things. You can't, rush a woman. It's like you're trying to, move towards being intimate. You can't rush a woman like doing things like that. You got to learn how to take your time, be patient when it comes to those types of things, because there's some things in life that's going to take time. Your goals you might have long-term goals that could take 3 to 5 to 10 years to complete. But guess what? If you don't have patience, you're probably going to give up. So understanding that patience as a man is definitely something you're going to have to learn to sculpt. You got to mold that skill. It's a skill. It's not easy. And a lot of impatient men out there, you're going to understand later on in life, if you don't have patience, you're going to have a rough time with women. You're going to have a rough time with life. You're going to have just a rough time in general. So if you are wanting to become your best self and walk into your divine masculine, you got to learn patience, okay? So, this is a big one, guys. This is a really big one. This one is insecurity and fragile ego. So, guys, you're going to come off as a really weak beta male if you're going to not be able to take criticism. If a girl, jokes on you a little bit, you get all upset, you get really insecure about things. Like, it's, we're insecure. We have our insecurities. We have feelings just like a woman does. But when you have such a fragile ego and you're so easily hurt, you're so easily swayed by anything and everything that she does or says, or anyone does or says, you got to work on that, man. Like, that's something that you carried on from a child, and you've carried that into your adult life. And you got to work on that, because that's not going to get you very far in life. Having a fragile ego when you have to be rejected and face failures and things like that. As a man, as someone that's in the divine masculine, you have to go for it. You're gonna have to put yourself out there. A confident man knows how to go out there and do these things. And so if you're scared of that because of your fragile ego, or you're just really insecure, bro, that's unattractive. And let's put this on a relationship standpoint. You have that woman, you're with that woman, she's in a divine feminine, she's really, you guys are great, but you have that insecurity. That insecurity creeps in. She's a beautiful woman. She wants to go out with her friends and do these things, blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, oh, she's going to cheat. Oh, she's going to do this. Oh, she's going to walk out on me. Oh, and you're blowing her phone up. Babe, hey, what are you doing? You didn't message me back in like 5 minutes. Hey, babe, what are you doing? Calling her, trying to FaceTime her. She's looking at it on this phone like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, he is so insecure. He's so, That's a turnoff. It's a super huge turnoff. A woman that's in her divine feminine is going to think, okay, I want a guy that's secure, that knows, he's got me. He knows that he has my heart. I'm not going to do anything to break what we have. That's what a masculine man is going to be like, hey, have fun, boo. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your time. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. It's simple as that. And you let her have fun. And I'll tell you what, if you are sitting here worried about, oh, is she going to cheat on me? What's she doing? You probably don't need to be with her. Maybe she's the wrong woman, or maybe you just need to check yourself and be like, hey man, you're with a beautiful woman. She's, people are gonna look, things like that. You gotta be secure in yourself. You really gotta be secure in who you are as a man. And when you're walking your divine masculine, it's really a lot easier to do that than if you're not, and you're in your feminine, and now it's coming out and you're gonna totally repel that woman. So guys, you got to work on these insecurities and these fragile egos. It's not going to get you anywhere in life. It's definitely not going to get you anywhere with a divine feminine woman. All right. Next thing we got, low chivalry. So guys, chivalry is not dead. A lot of people say it, but it's up to us. We need to be out here and be gentlemen. I get it. There's guys that just want to be the F-boy, whatever. You don't want to treat women nicely. I'm always going to treat a woman nice. There's women that think it's, corny to treat a woman nice or be nice to women. But what I've realized is not everyone deserves it. So I'm going to be a gentleman always, but I'm only going to really give that energy to people that actually deserve it. That's what guys need to realize. Chivalry does not need to be dead. You need to open the doors for people, for women, for elderly. Be kind. Talk nicely to the waiters and the waitresses and the cashiers. Protect those that you love. If someone's coming against them, back them up. You know what I'm saying? Defend your woman, defend your partner, whatever. You need to be chivalrous. Chivalry does not have to be dead. I'm chivalrous, so I know chivalry is not dead. I know there's other guys out there that are like me. So, yeah, guys, if you want to have really good, strong, divine masculine trait, chivalry is one that you need to work on for sure. Let's be gentlemen out here. Let's show the world kindness and love, and put your foot down when you got to, but let's be chivalrous. So the next one we got here, narcissism. This is a big one. Guys, there's a lot of narcissists out here. We got narcissistic women too, but we're talking about us guys right now. A narcissist is someone that's usually gone through some type of a trauma as a kid. They dealt with something. They weren't able to get a need met as a child, and they carry that lack of that need or that want into their adulthood. And their only way they know how to get these things are through tactics. They use manipulation. They lie. They cheat. They do all these things and make it seem like the other person is just the crazy one. It does something to your mental. They gaslight. They make it look like you're the one that's got the problem, and these types of men are what breaks a lot of really good women. And so, I want to say this, guys, if you are a narcissist, or usually guys don't know they are, or narcissists usually don't get help, but you need to really look and use some introspective and think, okay, in all of my relationships, am I the one that sometimes might be wrong? Because I'm telling y'all, sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's not the other person or the other people. Sometimes it's you. And sometimes you got to look at certain people and their track records. Like, okay, they say, oh yeah, I fall out with every single friend, 5 friends a year, and they're just crazy. I'm like, okay, so you're falling out with 5 friends every year, and it's been happening for 10 years. I think there's something going on here. I haven't fallen out with 5 friends every year. I can't even remember the last time I fallen out with a friend. So, but these are things you need to look at. Really look at your life and see, oh, maybe I'm a problem. And get therapy, get help, whatever you need to do. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of narcissists are so self-absorbed. They're very much about themselves. They're not thinking, oh, it could possibly be me, because of the mental imbalance, that need that wasn't met, that wound that they need to fix. But it's such a deep wound, so it's something that they would really have to, accept. And that's hard for a lot of people to do, especially a narcissist, to accept that they might have an issue, So, guys, that is a very terrible trait to have. It's not of the divine masculine. In order for you to be in your divine masculine, you need to heal from all those past wounds and things like that, to get rid of those blockages and be in that good energy, because we all have it. Women have divine feminine energy as well. Sometimes it's just the energies are redirected or blocked because of the wounds that we have, that we just need to open those up. So guys, that's something we need to work on, because narcissists, they really do ruin a lot of women, and narcissistic women ruin a lot of men. But right now, like I said, we're talking about the men. This is the men focus. So next one we got, lack of boundaries. Guys, you have to set boundaries. You can't let everyone just walk over you and be a doormat. You need to make sure that you're setting boundaries. As a man in his divine masculine, you you have to be able to say no. You have to be able to not do things you don't want to do, especially if it's the woman that you're interested in or the woman that you're seeing. If she wants you to do something, or she wants you to she's trying to get you to do things that that go against your code of conduct or your belief system or whatever it is, stand up for yourself. Tell her no. Say no. She's gonna respect the fact that you have a backbone, because let me tell you, we need to have backbones as men in your divine masculine. You can't just let the world and women or your peers get the best of you, because if they can, the woman is gonna see. The woman is a perfect reflection of the world. If she feels like she can get over on you, then she's gonna see that, oh, well, the world can get over on this guy. So if I can get over him, anybody can get over him. So, you know what I'm saying? A woman in her divine feminine is like a reflection of what you need to be doing to make sure you're stepping up as a man. So, guys, make sure you're setting boundaries. Even if it's hard, it's really not easy, but it's definitely mandatory. Not just for the women in your life, but for your friends, your peers, your family, your job. You need to be able to say no when you're being disrespected or when something goes against your code. All right. And now we got poor communication skills. Guys, like I said, we can learn how to do anything. If you're bad at communicating, you can get better at it. So there's no excuse. There's literally no excuse for it. So what I have to say is, if you have bad communication skills, if you're gonna try and pull a feminine woman, a woman that's in her very feminine, divine energy, she's not gonna go for poor communication. I'm telling y'all that right now. No one really likes poor communication. A job, your bosses, your kids should have good communication with you. Your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, you need to have good communication with them. You need to have good communication with your family, with whoever you're coming into contact with. You gotta have good communication if you're just going out, to the store. If you don't communicate that you can't find something, you're not gonna find the item. If you can't communicate that, oh, I'm gonna be late, today, so I'm just wanting you to know I'll be there like in 10 minutes, so you're not sitting there waiting, wondering where I'm at. This traffic's crazy. That's good communication. You're letting people know what's going on. So, guys, you need to work on that. If you're bad at it, take a class, go on YouTube, get a book. There's a lot of ways that you can learn how to be a better communicator. And if you can learn how to be a better communicator, for one, you're gonna really excel in life. You're gonna excel with women. You're gonna excel at your job. People love a good communicator. That's a really good indication also of good leadership. So a lot of these tie in together. So just make sure, if that's something that you need to work on, do it, and you're gonna see your life change as a divine masculine man. All right, this is the last one, guys. This is the most important of all. Lack of confidence. Guys, we have to be confident. You gotta learn how to be confident in yourself. You gotta learn, that you can be you no matter what, always. It doesn't matter. You're gonna do what you're supposed to do, and you're confident in yourself and in your abilities. One of the most unattractive things to a woman in her divine feminine is a man that is not confident. So, she can feel that, like, it's an energy. You really can't, people say fake it till you make it. You kind of have to do that when you're still not really confident in yourself. Because the thing about confidence is, what makes you confident is doing more of the thing that makes you insecure. So if you're not really a people person, but you force yourself to go out into new places to meet people, I'll have to meet at least one person a week. So I have to make sure I go to this event on this day. This is my time to go out and socialize. That's gonna get you more confident with talking to people, because once you talk to that one person, then you're gonna talk to 2 people, and then 3 people, and then 10 people, and then it's like, oh, this is normal. Every time I go out, I'm gonna talk to somebody, and you get confident in that, and that insecurity kind of goes away. So it's the same thing with anything. If you're not confident in yourself, it could be a lot of things. It might be your appearance, it could be the way that you feel about your body, it could be it could be what you're doing as work or where you live. It could be anything. But the cool thing about confidence is it can always be worked on. It can always be built. It's something earned, not given. So basically, when it comes to confidence, it's something that you're gonna have to work on yourself. Do things that get you out of your comfort zone. Do those things that scare you. this is gonna pull you out. This is gonna make you stronger. This is gonna make you be like, yes, like I got this. I can do this. This is me, and like I got me, and I'm gonna always do better. And you know, I'm confident in myself. I'm worthy. I love myself, and any woman that comes into my contact is gonna be lucky to be around me. When you can feel like that and really mean it, bro, it doesn't matter how many times you get rejected. Like, you're confident in yourself, and that's what matters. So that's going to be the 10 things that are super unattractive as a man. And if you want to be in your divine masculine, you need to work on these things, especially if you want to attract a feminine woman in her divine feminine energy. You need to work on these things, because you're just going to attract, if you're acting like this, you have these traits, you're going to attract masculine women. And hey, if that's what you want, then that's cool, because like I said, the polarity has to be masculine and feminine. It doesn't matter. Just like in gay couples, it doesn't matter. There's always still a masculine and a feminine. Am I right or am I right? So for the polarities to work, you know what I'm saying, sometimes there are feminine men and there's masculine women, and the polarity still works because there's still a masculine and a feminine. The problem is a lot of people don't want that dynamic. And so if you don't want that dynamic, then these are the things you got to work on, guys. If you have anyone you think that would benefit from this video, definitely send it out. Subscribe. Follow me on all my socials. You're going to have all the updates for my newest stuff coming out and the latest content that I post from my blog. All right. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed and stay elevated.